right, everybody. Yeah, so let's um we're really diving into Dzogchen. We got Garb Dorje going in the other session. We got Longchen going in this session. For those of you who are taking that ancient advice to practice like your hair's on fire. All right. Um, I suppose we'll get right back into it. Now, what's very interesting is that in the other session, we're reading from Garb Dorje's Semde collection that he wrote down in Sanskrit and then was translated by Verachana and passed to Manjushri Mitra and Sri Singhan and Padma Sambhava and Jana Sutra, and I assume many others, including the 13 disciples of Garb Dorje who rainbow bodied. But the all-creating monarch is attributed to Garb Dorje, and that's 17 or sometimes 21 root tantras of Dzogchen, classified as Semde. I'm not, in my humble amateur point of view, I'm not totally convinced that's an accurate classification. From reading The All-Creating Monarch, I've seen Longde and Mengagde. For those who don't know, Semde would generally be more sutra-esque. It's more appeasing your conditioned mind. It's working with your intellect and things that you're kind of used to. Longde is more, I would say, more intuitive. And then Mengagde, the pith instructions are just more direct, pointing to the nature of mind and emptiness. So slight distinctions there. If you really want to explore those in deep nuance, check out the book The Practice of Dzogchen, a collection of Longchen Rabjam's writings. It's a pretty hefty book, but in the beginning it goes through all three of those and the various distinctions and attributes associated with the three classes of Dzogchen. But remember, this text, Longchenpa specifies in the beginning, it encompasses all three classes. Okay, that's what's great about the way of abiding and why I love it so much. It's all inclusive. It has Trekcho, Togyal, and beyond, right? Because Trekcho is a cutting through, Togyal is a leaping over, but what happens when there's nothing to cut through anymore, nothing to leap over anymore? Yeah, there's a kind of hidden stage beyond Trekcho and Togyal that we're dealing with in this particular text. But also Trekcho and Togyal, as mentioned by Longchenpa. So the all-creating monarch is attributed to Garb Dorje. Very interesting. It's the first thing being cited here. It says, therefore, the entire universe of appearances and possibilities is such that everything abides within the realm of space. Buddhas, ordinary beings, and the universe all abide in the same way. Given the vast domain of the supreme expanse of awakened mind. In the totally pure nature of phenomenon, everything is non-dual, free of all exaggeration or denigration. And we're getting back to the root text here. The meaning of the holy positive vajra theme is summarized in the root verses. The seal of awakened mind, beyond which no one goes, is timelessly applied through supreme and wholly positive spaciousness, is embraced by the enlightened being of the Guru, protector of beings and spiritual master, and is itself sealed as the ever-awakened state, the Vajra heart essence. Tank, that's a good boy, buddy. I know, you did a good boy. This definitive meaning of the supreme secret is not within the reach of anyone who is not of the highest intelligence and good fortune. That's a translation thing right there. It's not highest intelligence, okay? This is actually made clear by Garb Dorje in the 55 verses we read in the last session. The person has to be able to. Oh, it's made clear in the same text, not in the 55 them itself. It's made clear in the second book of Garb Dorje. So he specifically says who's ready for Dzogchen. If you have the ability to discern between when your mind is contracting into samsara and when your mind is clear and light, free of knots, if you have ability to tell when you're going into thinking and proliferation, um, and when you're not, when you're not proliferating, when you're not crunching on dots, and when you're not stuck in emotions, you just to be able to tell that difference. That's it. If you have that ability, then you can practice Dzogchen, because then you can start to see your samsaric mind. You can see your conditioned mind, and then just seeing is enough. Everybody understand that, right? Because all of you, I've witnessed you through your testimonies, through your sharing, that you are doing that. You are seeing when you're contracting, when you're thinking, when you're reacting, when you're patterned, and all these things. You're seeing that. And it's miraculous. So many of you are able to use that. It's called the wisdom of discernment, associated with Amitabha, and the counterpart to desire when it comes to the five wisdoms. So, yeah, I would say just good fortune, Maybe skip the highest intelligence part. My teacher, Kenshin Sewon Gyatso, also, who's our teacher, everybody's teacher, um, he also made it clear that this is back in the 14th century. So the word intelligence, people of high intelligence, is totally different now than it was 700 years ago. We're a lot more intelligent compared to 700 years ago. And they actually say that's why Dzogchen is nice for these times, because of, many people are educated these days, much more educated. So thank you, Yeshi, for crossing that out. I'm sure Richard Barron wouldn't mind us just a little touch up. So the theme of the Vajra Pinnacle is that there is no transition or change. Now remember, Vajra Pinnacle means indestructible apex, the highest indestructible aspect of mind. So that's why Vajra Sattva is revered so much, because Sattva is essentially being, I think, safely say. And Vajra means indestructible. Same with Dorje, indestructible. Although this vast expanse of enlightened being, utterly lucid, self-knowing awareness, is within oneself, within one's own mind, not within oneself, it is difficult to always realize this. It is seen through the grace of the Guru, glorious protector and spiritual master. It is termed all phenomenon embraced within uninterrupted openness. Yeah, so phenomenon aren't hanging on your head anymore like a weight. Now they're in your embrace, like you're hugging the world and hugging all your experiences. They're all within your awareness now. So you've completely shifted the game. Where you used to be holding the weight of the world, now you just hold the world's weight. How, you like that? Just kind of made that up. All right, so the commentary goes on and says, since there is no phenomenon that is not included within awakened mind, that is, awareness, we say that no one goes beyond the embrace of mind. Isn't that wonderful? How it just perfectly goes with what I was just kind of saying. It's so wonderful when it does that. Remember, here it's also telling you your awakened mind is awareness. And in Garab Dorje's Dorje Sempo Namkeche that we read in the last session, we saw that awakened mind, awareness, is the source of all phenomenon, right? They're really also pointing that out. So there's nothing that's not within your awareness at all times. So indeed, the all-creating monarch states, there is no phenomenon other than what is included within mind. Very good. No phenomenon of samsara or nirvana wavers from the expanse of Samantabhadra, the nature of phenomenon. overwhelming the 6 modes of consciousness with splendor, states, within the wholly positive context itself, free of anything needing to be done, samsara is wholly positive, nirvana is positive, ... And the commentary. The definitive meaning of ati depends on whether blessings, which derive from the seal of the Guru's sacred enlightened being, are being applied, are present or not. Yeah, and to me, that's the mystery of it. We don't really know how we remind each other like this in this non-dual framework. How I can remind you of the nature of your mind, or you can remind somebody else of the nature of their mind. Um, it is truly beyond words, and we've been able to almost scientifically observe and verify that in this group, because when I do pointing out, I used to say a few things, but lately I'm realizing I don't even have to say anything, and people have the aha moment, the glitch in the matrix happens, and then next thing you know, they look different. They even they're all like demeanor is changing. So um to me, we can verify, which is such a huge thing in meditation and spirituality, where it's tough to verify a lot of stuff. We just kind of have to depend on people's subjective experiences and recollections. So I'll read a little bit more here. It says, the heart essence of Secrets Tantra states, the elusive and hidden meaning that is elucidated abides in the teacher, vajra mind. Yes, and when they say that, our teachers, whoever ends up falling in your heart as your guide, as your mentor, as your friend, your Dharma friend, most of all, uh, their realization, their awareness, and their compassion, that's what you mingle your mind with. Okay, that's the kind of guiding torch. Okay, so as this shows, that which is ultimately meaningful is the enlightened being of the Vajra pinnacle. This itself is not within the reach of anyone who is not of the highest fortune. The all-creating monarch states, countless eons ago, those who had faith in me, all-creating enlightenment, those with the suitable karma and good fortune, utterly immersed in genuine being, had no view to cultivate in meditation, no samaya to uphold, no enlightened activity involving effort, no paths to traverse, no levels of realization on which to train, no causality, no twofold division into ultimate and relative, nothing to cultivate in meditation or achieve, no motivation to be aroused, and no antidotes, so that they might perceive the nature of all creating mind. I revealed it just for this purpose. And I think we can bring that back, everybody. We have plenty of text here to inspire us that enlightenment is here now. You are completely free now. And you can see when your mind goes back into the bullcrap, back into the cycle, and back into the programming. You can see that. You have awareness now. So even if you do, it's fine. You allow yourself, but at least you have access to your free and clear mind. And right now, in this moment, we are pure consciousness. Even if you're feeling some type of way, it doesn't matter. It's all energy. It's never not been pure. And so check for that. See if it's true. And see if you can catch yourself straying from that truth. So moreover, the ultimate meaning of utterly lucid enlightened beingness, beyond description or imagination, and perceived through the grace of the Guru, is openness, for it goes beyond the limitation of existence or non-existence. The all-creating monarch states, extremely immediate timeless awareness, utterly unimaginable, is like a precious gem bestowed by all spiritual mentors. All right, so it's giving a little tribute to the teachers that passed the torch. Yes, so many Pimamon. Yeah, may may all the yogis continue to reach beings in need. And thank you, Yeshi, and the dear friends, the yogis who are here today, for participating. I mean, we did effortless abiding. We did a session of 10 minutes, which short bursts are recommended, right? In Dzogchen, we did uh, Medicine Buddha sadhana today, and then we did a Longchen text exploration. So, wow, yeah, big thanks for hanging out. Any final testaments, sharing, or anything? All right, I hope you're good then. Yes, I think we'll do one more dedication, just a moment of silence. Deep bow to you, everybody. Please take care, okay? Take care out there.